Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, I know I have a loud voice with this. I hope that everybody can hear me. First, I want to tell you how much I'm glad to be with every one of you here.
Wait, I need to know that. Oh, okay, fire. Sorry.
Okay, as I said, I'm glad to be with all of you here week after week after week. And it looks like that we all need a lot of energy because this is not going to finish so soon. I told Yona that we are not in a 100-meter sprint. We are in a long marathon and we have to reserve a lot of energy for this. I'm good in math. 26 weeks in Israel, it's half a year. 52 weeks in 1 year. This is already 6 months. It's the longest mass movement in Israel in Israeli history without any break. And this is absolutely amazing. We can call it not only a protest, but the movement for democracy in Israel. This is all about. That include not only Jews, Arabs, Druse, even some foreign workers joining in those demonstrations, because there is a lot of stake what's happening there. The issue of democracy is much more than just what's happening to the Supreme Court. It's how the life in Israel is going to be in the future. And this democracy, it's referred to everybody in Israel, Jews and Arabs and anybody who is a human being living in Israel, citizen or not citizen, they all be affected if the government will succeed in pushing all their laws. They back off a little bit, but now they're going what they call in the salami, piece by piece, and they're going to try to do something in this summer. However, I want to add something about some segment of Israeli society that it's important to know about them. I just read recently that 21% of these people in Israel, Jews and Arabs, living below poverty line. When you ask them what democracy, what Supreme Court mean to them, they're not sure. The only thing is that democracy is not just what's happening in the Supreme Court. Democracy also means that the rights of people living a decent life, housing, jobs, everything, because democracy have to reflect the majority of people who live there. I came from a city called Bat Yam. Today, Bat Yam considered to be one of the poorest cities in Israel. 21% of the people in city of Bat Yam, where I grew up, living below the poverty line. And what this is mean, that in the election, most of them don't even vote. They give up on the political system in Israel. The last election, only 52% in this city went to vote. And when they found out who did not vote, most of them were the poor people of Bat Yam. If you look at the other part of poverty in Israel, it's 38% of the Arabs in Israel living below poverty line, and 51% of Arab children living below poverty line. And democracy for the future have to ensure that these people can live in decent life. Another group that I want to tell you about that start also fighting for their rights is the Druse community in Israel. I believe many of you know that young Druze men, many of them, or most of them, are enlisted to the Israeli army. However, after they finish the army, when they go back to their villages and they want to build houses for a new family, it's impossible because, every city or village in Israel need a master plan in order to build housing. All Arab villages and towns, including Druze, don't have a master plan. If you don't have a master plan, you cannot build a house. And if you build a house, it's considered to be illegal and subject to a huge fine. So many young Druze, they are paying hundreds of thousands of shekels to pay fine for this. That does not happen in the Jewish area. So this is why they came a week ago to a mass demonstrations in different part of north part of Israel, and they demanded to cancel the national laws that discriminate them, to cancel the laws that give them fine. Now, in the end, you heard what Shikma Bresler is one of the leading individuals of the movement for democracy. She is a scientist, and she joined. And here in the beginning, 6 months ago, she said, we only focus on the law and the Supreme Court. However, you know, life in Israel, in the occupations, it doesn't go always the way you want. And when the pogrom started, she had to come with a statement, which is a diversion, what they actually wanted to speak. But this is good, because I think what happened there in the occupied territory, the pogroms that the extreme fascist Jews did, it's unacceptable. And each one of you have to raise a voice to people in the world, because the TV, news media around the world show it. And they need to know there are Jews in the United States, there are Jews in Israel who will never accept this, and they have a different message. That human beings, no matter who they are, have a right to live in peace and security without subject to pogrom. And here I have something personal. My mother, born in Western Ukraine, when she was a child in Western Ukraine, her family was subject to pogrom. Her mother was killed by the forces of a guy named Petlura, extreme Ukraine nationalist, who killed thousands of Jews in Western Ukraine. And her family later migrated east of Moscow, and how they saved their life. But she told me that this was an absolutely horrific scene to see how people coming, burning houses, running after children. And this is the story that she told me. And when I heard about those pogroms, I said, it's unbelievable that Jews who call themselves Jews can do this. Okay, I want to finish this, and thank you very much.
That's it.
Okay.
Democracia.
דמוקרטיה לכולם. דמוקרטיה לכולם. דמוקרטיה לכולם.